Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again back to the PRES Radmon radio show with me, Harry, and Finn over there to my
good
left.
evening.
So how are we all doing today? I hope you're all keeping warm with all this rain going around at the moment. I hope you're sticking indoors like we are right now in our lovely studio over at the centre of Monash.
Getting cozy under
Can
your
I just
umbrellas.
say, I am surprised that there are a lot more people around Campus Centre these days at night time than there were when we started out. There were like 2 people.
Yeah, that's true.
Including us.
Yeah, we got a lot in here studying, and there's
now
quite
there
a few
is
eating
a shitload
food.
of people in here. So yeah, it is. We are celebrating. Well, we are having a themed music tonight, themed towards more 420 or the 20th of the 4th for actual people who live in Australia, unlike America, who will always put the month before the day, which is a bit silly. Oh,
Yes,
well, what can you do?
yes.
We're going to celebrate 420 by chucking on some tunes. Right now, I've got Snoop Dogg with a bit of a classic here. All right, so enjoy, people.
Everybody's talking now. The clock's run out.
Apologies, Harry's just breaking things. It's the first time we've used his computer, and I don't think he knows what's going on. What are you faced with here, Harry?
What the fuck?
No, you can't say that.
I can. Apologies, audience.
In the meantime, we might spice things up. Actually, last Friday, I managed to head into the city to catch a gig by a band called The Cactus Channel. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard of those guys, but they're a bit of funk and soul. I think we might have played some of their stuff maybe a couple of weeks ago. And the next one that I'm going to play is a song they did with Chet Faker. So hopefully you enjoy this one. We'll get our technical difficulties sorted out.
Oh my, what the hell is going on? What did you do?
Press the wrong button.
See, it's not just me who's making
woeful.
technical faults today.
It's the rain. It's the rain.
I blame
It's getting to
it's
us.
the blame the rain. It's something in the water.
Something in the water. But we're back online now, and I think we've fixed Harry's computer problem.
Yeah, my computer's fixed now. I think the volume was a bit too high. I just couldn't handle the system.
You were just
Couldn't handle my computer.
too excited on a
The
Thursday
load was
night.
just too big. So how are we all doing? How are you doing, Finn? Actually, how have you been? Good.
Look, it's been all right. It is it's been a bit busy lately, you know, all the mid-sem kind of stuff going on. But
Nice.
it's nice to have a break here tonight and get to have a chat to you, Harry. What have you been up to lately?
Yeah, no, just assignments at the moment. I don't have any mid-sem exams, which I consider myself lucky to not have any of them, but I've got a few assignments. But, yeah, no, it's the usual education, hanky-panky. Let's get on to talking about stuff. Let's talk about 420. So yesterday was the 20th of the 4th, or 420 as some people like to know it as.
Yeah,
Synonymous
depends where you're
amongst synonymous amongst stoners, near and far, who love to have a bit of a cheeky sesh with the old Mary Jane. Nothing that me and Finn would not know anything about that.
I certainly don't.
I'm
I'm not sure about Harry.
I don't
though.
even understand the meaning of the 420. I mean, what's that all about? They're just numbers. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Snapchat with Bob Marley. That's something that has created a bit of a row. Now,
Yes. Well, what are we talking about here? Because I have no idea. I'm not even on
dude,
the
you
old
gotta check
snap
your
of
you
the
gotta check
chat.
your Facebook trending thing. That's how you do it.
I just
So
no.
basically, if you had Snapchat yesterday during 420, you could have a Bob Marley filter on your snaps. So it would essentially turn your face into Bob Marley's face while you're doing Snapchats, and you can be like, "Oi, 420, everybody!"
That's just crazy. That's amazing technology. That is.
Drawn a bit of backlash, though. I think some people think it's a bit racist, bit of cheeky racism right
Oh, really?
there.
Yeah.
Some people don't take too kindly to that.
I don't know. It might just be symbolic of some of Bob's classic moves.
Yeah.
Classic cheekiness.
He's just a staple for that whole scene, isn't he? I mean, can't help it.
I don't know, Harry.
What is I don't know. I don't know if Bob Marley is associated with weed.
Yes.
Hey.
Well, going on what the internet would tell you, yes, it would seem that way. But what's your whole opinion on the cheeky Snapchat filters?
Well, I don't have any because I've got an iPhone 4, so I don't get no filters on mine.
Ooh, that's hard.
It's a old phone, and it's a shit phone, and I hope it dies, so I have an excuse to buy a new phone. But when my tax return come tax return season, that's what I'm spending it on.
So when your tax returns come and you accidentally drop your phone, we all know what's going on.
Yeah, when I accidentally drop it into a blender and it just turns into a million pieces, you'll know what happened to it. I just murdered it. I can't wait for it to die.
Well, in other news, came across a bit of an article this morning that got me rather excited, then got me rather sad. It was about the British research vessel, Boaty McBoatface. Have you heard about this one, Harry?
Oh, well, I've only just read it briefly before you came in. It seems like an interesting article. What exactly is going on, though? I don't understand.
So many weeks ago, I think probably since late last year, there's the British government have been running a bit of a poll to see if anyone wants to suggest some names for their latest research vessel that they're planning on building soon. And in classic internet form, the winning name was Boaty McBoatface, which would make for a rather charming vessel, I think. But news came out today that, well, of course, it's a no-go. The government are going to review the results of public consultation and make a call.
Nice, yeah. No, you got to get on that sort of stuff, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sad. Imagine having a boat called Boaty McBoatface. That'd be pretty dank.
That'd be pretty interesting. I mean, it'd definitely be dank. Nice terminology to keeping it themed.
That's it.
Yeah, that would be dank. The name of the boat, Boaty McBoatface. It's just like, but why? Just for memes, just for bants.
Yeah, I
really.
I could imagine it being Bob Marley's, putt, get round the block
put
vessel.
Like a Bob Marley figurehead at the end of the ship, just him on in the robe, just looking out to sea, keeping sailors safe from I don't know, police in case they check him.
That'd be like one of those party buses, but a party boat.
Driving under the influence.
Yeah.
Around the seven seas.
Dark days. Back to the piracy of old.
Yeah.
Now, bit of music. What have you got lined up for us, Harry? Take two.
Okay, take two. This should work. But I plan on playing a bit of Snoop Dogg with Dr. Dre. Smoke weed every day is their motto. If I can just... It's hard handling a mouse with one hand. But I think that's got it.
Smoke weed every day.
And
we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed that fine tune. 1 second.
Yes.
There we go. I'll just unplug it.
Fantastic stuff. That was. I was a bit shocked by that one. I hadn't heard that before.
You've never heard that song before.
Plenty of colour in the language.
I'm completely shocked you've never heard that song.
Plenty of colour in the language.
You've never heard of?
No, I haven't.
You've never heard of that song?
No, I'm not a huge rap man. I mean, I don't mind some of it. I like it when she gets very musical. But I don't have a lot of experience in those parts.
Well, there you go, Finn. We learn something new about you every day, or every week, in our case. So what else have we got to talk about here, Finn? What have we got on the agenda, the good old agenda?
Oh, the agenda. Well, you've keeping with the slightly inappropriate theme, you've put up something bizarre about KFC and Look, I'll just leave this to you.
Okay, so if you're following, if you see, I only find out about these things through trending articles on my Facebook page when I'm wasting time not doing assignments. But I've always seen there's a few controversial ones up there, and last week or even this week's latest controversy is an ad by KFC Australia, where basically they put in a picture of a guy and a girl chilling there, and they've put a sensor sort of blur effect on his crotch, and she's reaching down, grabbing something from the blurry area, and it says, warning, not suited for, what does it say? Not suited, NSFWs means not suited for...
I'm not up with the modern lingo,
I don't know.
Hashtag NSF.
Not suited for...
W.
What's W stand for? Not suited for...
Walking.
Not suited for something.
Whales.
Yeah, not suited for whales. Anyway, it says NSFW, something hot and spicy is coming soon. Well,
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
If you haven't seen the photo, there's no way. Maybe I'll post it on our page after the show. But anyway, it's a rather funny Twitter post, and it got a lot of backlash. Obviously, people were like, "Oh, that's naughty.
That's too cheeky.
That is very cheeky. She's reaching for his nether regions for his dong."
Yeah,
But
well,
like I mean, it's obvious that it's a nice double entendre, and I think it's deserving of an applause. I don't see why. Who's gonna? I guess if your kids have Twitter, I'm not sure why. I definitely wouldn't be like, yo, kids. It's the best part of life is Twitter. Here you go. At age like 5.
yeah, probably keep them off it for a bit longer. But I mean, it's probably not what some people expect from a big company like KFC, I guess. But,
No, that's true. It's a bit cheeky for a corporation to do something like that. But I mean, come on, it's a good fun. It's adults understand it. If kids understand it, then you're a bad bloody parent.
ooh, that's an interesting way to look at it there, Harry.
Yeah, if kids are like, "Mommy, why is that woman giving that man a hand job?" I'd be like, "What the hell? How do you know about hand job?" Oh, it's like, I watched the Discovery Channel. It's like, oh shit.
Maybe it's a good indicator for if your kids know too much. But I
Yeah.
don't think anyone listening has kids. Maybe
I mean, they might.
they might. Yeah, that's a good point. They might.
We won't go into that. We won't go into which of you have children and which of you don't. Maybe some of you have children and you don't know about it. Maybe we all have children we don't know about.
That's an interesting philosophical thought, actually.
Well,
Hey?
actually, I was just talking about when I went to Europe, but you know.
Ooh, what happened here?
I mean, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? The commentary really does. Anyway, back onto the case of KFC. We're on KFC's bum tonight, not mine.
Yep. We'll stick with that until we run out of KFC's bum,
Exactly.
and then we'll move on to yours.
But no, I think it's, the thing people got away with a lot more, like when we were kids. I think there were a lot more raunchy ads, especially like TV. I didn't know until last year when I rewatched that '70s show that they were actually just smoking. They're sticking with the theme of 420. They were smoking weed in the basement. I didn't know that's what they were doing. I thought it was just a clever way of like going through what the characters are up to. I was like, oh, that's a nice plot. That's a nice plot mechanism. I was like, oh yeah, that's good. Not there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all just high as kites.
They've been doing. There's in the media, there's lots of cheeky things everywhere. Last year, I was lucky enough to have my school do the production of Grease, and being a private school, of course, they had to cut out a huge chunk of it, or just words
I haven't
here,
watched
there, and
Grease.
everywhere.
I haven't watched Grease in like 16 years.
Look,
What happens
it's a
in
bit
it? Do they just
cheeky.
get rocket high or?
They just get a little bit funky and have a good time.
Baked.
Yeah,
like
it touches on some pretty relevant themes, I think, for youths in any age, really. Any decade.
John Travolta's creepy face.
Yeah, well, that's
Looks like he's
slicked back
It
hair.
always looks like he's eating a sour lemon.
Not great.
You can't see what my mouth's doing right now. It's like never mind. It's futile trying to tell you guys what
you
face
probably
I'm making.
don't. You probably don't want to see it. It's. Oh gosh, but yes, television. Hey.
Television.
Yes.
What about
Since
it?
we're on the theme of movies and
Of
productions.
course. Well, I thought in the wake of all this cool stuff that's going out next week, I thought, because I've got Game of Thrones written on the agenda, but also I realised Captain America Civil War's coming out next week as well, which I'm pretty dead keen for, being a Marvel fan. We talked about Batman v Superman on your hiatus, Finn, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, lucky I wasn't here because I wouldn't have had a lot to contribute.
No, well, we didn't have a lot to contribute either. All of us were like, oh, have you seen it? We're like, nah, haven't seen Batman v Superman. So
I think
the
it's
conversation went nowhere.
it's just our common theme on the airways. We're here just to
But
to give you a whole lot of stuff
I'm
you might
I'm
need.
dead keen for Captain America Civil War. I hope it blows Batman v Superman's blockbuster, or whatever it was, ticket weekend sales out of the sky. I hope it does, because I don't hate DC, but I do. I can like it, but when it comes to Marvel v DC, I can always just
Yeah.
I can easily pick sides.
Easy decision.
I'll just put it that way. But anyway, Game of Thrones, comes out on Monday for Australians, unless you're listening in another country, in which case it might come out on Sunday if you're in the States, and fuck knows when in the UK. Just in between. Just late afternoon.
It comes, it's at some stage in the next half a week.
But so like 10 o'clock on Mondays is when you want to tune in on in Australia, where in whatever way possible. Where it be maybe on a
Perfectly
cheeky
legal,
TV
of course.
stream, maybe hit up the good old Project Free TV or something like that.
Gee. He's on fire tonight with the cheeky hints.
I'm all about the cheekiness. It's 420.
He's unleashed.
it's a holiday for the cheekiness, really.
Yes. What are you expecting from this episode and I guess this season?
From this season, I'm expecting a lot. I'm hoping it's going to be better than last season. Have you watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah, no. This will be the first season I'm actually up to date. I spent.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was through mid-year exams in year 12.
Oh, dear.
I did a lot of procrastinating.
Oh, well, there you
and
go.
watched all 5 seasons as
It's high school.
It's Well, yeah. No, I'm glad I did it then and not now.
Yeah. But no, yeah, so you're up to date and you know everything that's going on?
Look, I'm up to date. I may not know everything that's going on, but I'm definitely up to date. So spoilers are a 0 from me.
Yeah, spoilers are a 0 from me if we discuss anything from Game of Thrones that you haven't seen. It's tough. It's a great show, and I can't imagine any reason why you wouldn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll be better than... I didn't think last season was terribly good. I mean, it had some good episodes, all good scenes, like episode 8 and Hard Home.
Yeah,
that was a good episode.
That was thoroughly exciting.
That was an exciting, unexpected surprise in the shows, which had gone ahead of the books, I guess, if you're reading the books. But no, yeah, so a lot of interesting shit is set up to go down in this season, so... Hopefully, we'll see a few people come back to life. I think that's what it's hinting at in some of the episode synopses, or some of the new cast members have got like descriptions, and like one of them I think has a description of him bringing a character back to life that we weren't expecting to see again. So that could be anyone, really, couldn't it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have died on Game of Thrones over the past 5 years.
It's got quite a list of deceased members.
As long as he doesn't bring back someone like Joffrey, we're fine.
It's like surprise.
That
guys.
could be quite terrible. But no, have you read the books?
I haven't. I'm waiting to finish the TV show before I start reading the books. I think that's the best way. That's what my book reader friends have said for me to do, is to read the books. Or in my case, I'll just listen to the audiobooks because I'm a lazy bastard. But
no, that's audiobooks are nice, you know.
Audiobooks are chill. You don't have to read things.
So much more convenient.
Easier on the eyes. I can look into the sky well, not when it's raining, but you know.
You can just shut your eyes and imagine everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's chill. I like it. It's good.
So what's your prediction though? What do you think's going to happen?
I think Jon Snow is going to come back to life. It's pretty much...
Everyone's thinking that.
There's no way. Like, the way they have constantly like beat us over the head with the fact that he's dead just makes it even more obvious that he's alive. And he's been seen in set photos alive, and they're not like flashbacks or anything. They're actually like probably going to be definitely going to be seen photos.
Yep.
Of him alive and running around, and even the trailers, if you like pause some bits, you could probably like make out his figure.
There's been a lot of speculation over this, hasn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of and plus, I mean, like what's in it? Like Lady Melisandre, she's up at the wall and she can bring. She's got like the power. She can bang his corpse and bring it back to life, or something along the lines of that.
That would just be typical Game of Thrones, wouldn't it? That would be.
Yeah, no, that would be typical Game of Thrones.
They would really piss a lot of people off if they didn't bring him back, though, I reckon.
Maybe Stannis will come back to life. I don't think so. I reckon he's dead, but I'm always hoping out that Stannis the Manus comes back to life, because I'm always for Team Manus.
Team Manus?
Good old Stannis the Manus, the one true king of grammar. But no, yeah. So what else? There's hints at what else is going on in the world of Game of Thrones. Dany's been kidnapped, or not kidnapped, captured again by the Dothraki.
Yes, and it looks like from the trailers that she'll get rescued at some stage.
Yeah, there's dragons flying around above her, and she's like, "What? Oh, I'm a slave again," which kind of makes me happy because Dany, she pisses me off.
Oh, she does.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, she can get a bit annoying at times.
She's just too pompous. She's always like, "Oh, I'm going to get rid of slavery. It's all fine and good, dude. I'll just kill everyone in my way and everyone will be happy because I'm happy." And then
maybe that's what the her going back to being a slave's about. Bit of a loop, bit of a reality check.
Respect
and then
the democratic process. Stop just killing people who disagree with you.
Yeah, maybe she'll come back at some stage in the season as a bit more of an appealing leader.
Maybe, hopefully. I
don't want her
to be queen of the Seven Kingdoms if all she does is just go around with a stick up her bottom. Not what's his name's what's that character's name? Dario's not Dario Stick.
That's way too cheeky.
That was cheap.
Wow.
I apologize, guys. I could have done way better than that, but
wow.
In my lazy, beleaguered state of just dying from assignments, I'm just taking any shots I can get really at Daenerys Stormborn of the House Targaryen. I do like Emilia Clarke though. She seems like an alright person.
Yes.
In interviews and on and off.
And I find that really funny, like with TV shows, you might see a video from backstage and you have this kind of preconception that the characters themselves, because they hate each other, just doesn't make sense in your mind when you see them kind of just like laughing and having fun as friends off screen. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. I was actually watching an IGN live stream of an interview where they were setting up for the Los Angeles premiere. Would be about a week ago now, where they screened the first episode in the theater in LA. And they had all the cast members going through, and IGN was just like scraping the barrel, just seeing who they could pull out of the thing. They were interviewing fans who won tickets. They were like, "Oh, guys, how did you get here?" I just watched 50 episodes in 50 days. I'm like, that's rookie numbers. I could watch them in a week and not feel anything. Just drink a lot of coffee and watch a lot of Game of Thrones.
Now, by the end of that, you wouldn't be feeling anything.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Would be in a coma of sleep, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, so they were waiting to see who'd come, and then like out of nowhere, Tommen, I'm not sure who the actor is that plays King Tommen, he just shows up and is like the loosest casual guy ever. He's like, what's going on over here, guys? And I was like, we're just doing interviews. He's like, oh, sweet. What are you talking about? Oh, we're talking about the premiere. He's like, oh yeah, I'm super keen. I think there's a lot of good things that Tommen's going to be doing this season. He's going to be pretty chill. I was like, dude,
nice.
this guy knows how to just get around it. He's like, oh yep, I hear banter. I move to the banter. But I like him. I think he'll be up for some interesting stuff this season. Hopefully, hopefully Tommen won't be so wimpy.
Yeah, no, I think it seems like there's some hints that they might try and whip him up into a bit more of a presentable shape, a bit more power.
He was such a pussy last season. Like when spoiler alert, Queen Marjorie gets arrested and taken by the faith militant, he just sits there. He's like, "Oh, see ya, hot wifey. Have fun in prison. I'm just gonna sit here looking like a stoned mullet."
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, don't take her. I've only got like the whole kingdom to stop you, but nothing."
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see how all that's resolved. Yeah. So keep your eyes and ears out. Coming out Sunday in the US and Monday here.
Oh, and there's a zombie mountain.
There's a what?
The zombie mountain, what's his name? Gregor Clegane. Now that he's a zombie, hanging around with Cersei. When Lancel's like, "Step aside, or there'll be violence." And then like Cersei's like, "I choose violence." That scene, that in the trailer was like, yes.
Do you want to just like go through the whole trailer for us and just
reenact
it?
You
just do the whole thing.
Yeah. You can be Tyrion. You can just kneel down and put some shoes on your knees.
No. You're doing the whole thing after that great performance just then.
No, but it was so cool. I hate the Faith Militant too. I hope that like Gregor just like tears him a new one, because all they've got is robes and sticks. That's all they've got, and no one wants to fight them, and no one has fought them yet. And I just can't wait to see someone just like destroy them in their psychos and ways. But
there seems to be a lot of conflicts brewing, and not a lot of resolution.
There does seem to be a lot of action though in this season.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that a few of the actors have said, that there's a fair bit of a full-on battles here and there.
Yeah, and Arya's blind now, and she's still chilling over in Bravos.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's good. There's a lot to look forward to, guys. If you don't watch Game of Thrones, then you've got maybe 3 days to catch up on it. But other than that, get on it.
Yeah, it's possible. Keen. It's possible to watch all 50 episodes.
If you don't have anything else to do, and you've got a lot of coffee and Red Bull and Doritos and Mountain Dew, then just like attach yourself to your couch and just watch it.
You could, if you just watched it solidly, you would still get like 6-7 hours sleep.
Yeah, maybe. Like if you're lucky, maybe a half an hour sleep.
Yeah,
that's all you need, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get onto the beats and the bants here. Let's play some more tunes. I've got "Dreamin'" by Mac DeMarco on here, so enjoy.
That sounds a bit cheeky.
And we're back. That was "Dreamin'" by Mac DeMarco. Lovely, lovely song.
Yes, the man himself.
If you're listening to that at good old Falls Festival this year, where it be Marion Bay, Lorne, or Byron Bay, it was pretty fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, he sounded like he had a good fun on his tour. I heard a lot of stories of him kissing random guys in the crowd.
Nice. I loved his Who was his? It was his. What was it? That was their new keyboard player that was on their band when he. It was his debut at Marion Bay, and he was off his head on something. Probably some sort of illicit
something a
substance.
bit cheeky. Something a bit.
But yeah, he was completely out of it, and he was standing at the back of the stage playing the keyboard with a banana.
With a I didn't see the banana.
Didn't see that. It was
No.
hilarious. He just grabbed a banana out of nowhere. He wasn't even playing it. He was just jamming the keyboard with the banana, just going, "Whoa, hey!" And then he went out into the crowd, and people just started going, "What the fuck?"
What
He
are you
did
up
crowd
to,
surf,
son?
didn't he? They threw him onto the crowd, and he did a crowd surf.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
Yep, I
God.
saw that bit.
Good times. Yeah, no. So what else have we got to talk about tonight? We have. I fucking just put my agenda up. There we go.
You're a gent. Wow.
My agenda. Can just throw that right on the table. No, we can talk about Captain America, can't we? You know, Civil War.
Yeah.
Do you watch the Marvel movies?
Well, yeah, I've seen some, but I'm not like up to all of them. Yeah, a lot of the I think I saw the first Captain America. I haven't seen any of the others.
Haven't seen Winter Soldier?
No.
Oh, that's a bloody good movie.
That's a good one, is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to keep that one in mind. But yeah, no, run us through. So, what's the next one that's coming out? This Civil War.
Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah. So what are we faced with here?
What are we faced with? Well, if you read any comics whatsoever, or like any other material around the Marvel universe that aren't the movies, you'll know that sometimes in some timelines with the massive amount of timelines Stan Lee's created in the Marvel universe, there is an instance where the superheroes are required to sort of sign up for a program where they're all registered and the government has control over them and they know where they are.
You know,
that
just
sort
like
of premise, yeah.
Getting their superhero birth
Just to make
certificates or
sure,
something.
yeah, exactly. Just to make sure that they don't do anything too cheeky, or if they do, they can like get arrested for government property or stuff like that. Just like little niggles, you know, they can get parking tickets and stuff.
Little
you know.
niggles, yeah.
Yeah,
Cheeky,
like,
very cheeky.
yeah.
Getting away with that for years. I'm glad that we finally got them on the cards here.
Yeah, specifically, I think it's got something to do with how they cause like a lot of collateral damage in a lot of their fights and stuff. I reckon that's obviously going to play into it. But yeah,
Insurance claims and stuff, yeah.
basically, when they try and like unveil this sort of registration sort of prison, like thing where they like start like threatening to arrest superheroes if they don't, you know, join the government and become some sort of government arm. Anyway, Captain America's like none of that. He's having none of it. So he's going nah. So he's like, I'm out of this. You guys are just that's not a good thing for superheroes.
Catch you later,
to
boys.
Join. And then Iron Man or Tony Stark is just like, yo, bro, we've got to sign up for this shit, okay? Because we need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, you know, good point.
And I think this movie's focusing more on like the Winter Soldier. So you haven't seen the Winter Soldier, have you?
No. So for me and all the others who haven't come across it, what's the
I don't
plot
wanna,
in?
I don't want to spoil it for you because it's a spoiler in the second movie.
Is there anything that we have to know from that to make this new one relevant?
Well, I mean, yeah. You probably should see Winter Soldier because that's a good movie.
Tip number 1: see Winter Soldier before you go see Civil War.
I could just spoiler alert it for you all because it was released in 2014. So,
Yeah,
and it
I'm
also in
working
the
on it.
trailer it's revealed. So you know Bucky Brooks from the first Captain America movie, like his best friend that he like hangs out with.
Yeah,
You know when he
so.
falls off the train and dies.
Ooh, yeah, not quite. Yeah.
When they're trained in the mountains and like.
Yeah, for the benefit of the show, I'm going to say yes.
For the benefit of the show, you don't remember that movie.
Look,
too
I know
well, do you?
it's his best friend. That's
His
I know
best
it's
friend.
his
So
best
yeah,
friend.
his best friend dies, and he's like, no. And in the second movie, it just turns out that he's alive, and they just like he got preserved in ice as well.
That's wow.
And he turned into like some sort of evil weapon for Hydra, who are the bad guys, Captain America's bad guys.
What are the chances of that?
Secret German agency.
That's
yeah.
like something out of a movie or
It's like,
something.
What a twist!
Oh
yeah,
my
who would have
God.
guessed? Anyway,
Gee.
so he's still alive and out and about through Civil War, or not in Civil War, and he's in trouble with a couple of superheroes like Black Panther. You know who Black Panther is?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so he's after Winter Soldier for some reason. Probably just messed around in Africa or something like that, because that's where Black Panther lives.
You know, just being a bit cheeky here, there,
Yeah,
and
a bit
everywhere.
of cheeky action in Africa. Anyway, so Black Panther's after him, and then Iron Man's after Captain America for not like joining up, something like that. And then there's all this row, and like superheroes start picking sides, and they'll just start fighting each other.
Start snowballing into
So yeah,
it.
it just starts going off from there, and
Yeah.
everyone's picking a side. I think. So have you seen the second Avengers movie, Age of Ultron?
Yes.
You have seen that.
Yes, I've
Okay,
seen that
cool.
one.
So like all those superheroes in that, the ones that appear in that movie are in this one. We've got Ant-Man too. Paul Rudd's going to be in the movie.
Oh, nice.
The new Spider-Man played. I'm not sure who. I can't remember who it's played by. I'll search it up for you. It's some new young actor that I never hear about. But yeah, apparently he's playing the new Spider-Man for the Marvel who owns Marvel now? Warner Brothers, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd assume it'd be one of the
So
big,
I think it's
big
the
ones.
it's the Warner Brothers Spider-Man for this one because I think it was Sony who owned Garfield's ass, and those movies were just horrendous.
Oh, what
Have you seen them?
Yeah, the first three Spider-Mans or something.
Oh no, like the ones with Andrew Garfield, the new ones, the Amazing Spider-Man with Emma Stone. I think
I've seen the posters for them. They looked pretty cheese.
Yeah, they're not that good. They're pretty bad. And the first one, I like Tobey Maguire though. Tobey Maguire was a good Spider-Man. I miss those ones. Those were good.
Back in the old days.
Good
old days.
Anyway, so Spider-Man's in it. We got Captain America, Iron Man. No Hulk or Thor.
Ooh, see, what's the deal with that?
Well, I think Thor's off in his third movie, which is releasing in next year.
He's just having a good time somewhere else.
Which is Thor Ragnarok. I think that's what he's off doing. He's
nice.
In his film over there. And Hulk, I don't know. I think Hulk's getting a few movies made in the future. But yeah, so Hulk's just not.
Hulk's
not
just too busy working out at the gym.
But it has the rest of the gang, all chilling around, fighting each other as they do. But no, it should be a good movie. It looks to be pretty sweet. And then end of the year we've got Mr. Doctor Strange with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh.
Another Marvel superhero coming through. And
so is that a new one? They haven't done any.
No, this is the first Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be good to see Benedict Cumberbatch join the gang, the Warner Brothers gang for superhero movies. I swear, by the time that all these movies are done, every single actor in Hollywood or modern Hollywood will have played a superhero at one point or another. It's crazy how many actors have been in these movies.
I mean, there is a lot of different superheroes out there.
There's a lot of movies and there's a lot of villains and
there's a lot of roles to be filled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's get on to some tunes here. We've taken up enough of your time with the superhero banter.
What do you got for us here,
I
Harry?
have got. Let's play "Sweet Emotion" by Aerosmith, a good old classic in the genre. If you've seen the movie Dazed and Confused, then you'll know this song instantly. It's a classic.
Well, welcome back. Good evening. You're listening to Harry and Finn
boys
on Radio Monash.
and girls.
And yes, boys and girls, Harry. Even though this is the cheeky episode, we're very inclusive.
Yeah, of course we're inclusive. So what else have we got to talk about? We've talked about Bader McBoatface. We've talked about the KFC spicy food incident.
Yes, quick recap.
Cheeky. I wrote it all right, blowjob. It should have been a hand job. Anyway. So a bit of a cheeky that. We talked about 420. We talked about TV. We talked about Game of Thrones coming up. Oh, well, here we go. I posted TV shows that we also like, or that we like also. I've written that down. So,
you got any wonderful pieces of
we talked about
love?
Man Seeking Woman last week. That good old Jay Baruchel. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Jay something or other, which is a good show. Highly recommended. If anyone's out there listening, Man Seeking Woman. It's classic. It's hilarious. It's pretty funny.
It's a classic, is it? Yeah. What else you got?
I don't know. What have you been watching recently?
Not a lot. I haven't had a huge amount of time to get around any TV shows, and I haven't.
What do you do on your downtime? What
do I do when usually I'll just play a bit of guitar or something, do a bit of music, just chill out.
Artistic of you. I just play video games and
that's also
watch
a form
television.
of expression. That's
form of lazy expression.
Great expressions.
I'm just sitting there like a couch potato. I'm not really a couch potato. I've got nothing to eat but jalapenos now in my room.
Look, that might be potentially problematic at some stage.
I could make wraps.
Yeah, just jalapeno wraps.
Jalapeno wraps. I could just wrap them up in a bit of a cheeky wrap and eat some jalapenos and melt my bloody taste buds.
That'd be great.
So you haven't been watching much TV?
No, not for a while.
Well,
the last show I would have watched was one called Fortitude. So that was a bit of a...
Oh, the one in the one in Iceland.
Yeah.
With the polar bear and the kid that, the bad parents and shit.
Yeah, there's a bit of that going on.
That show was all right. I haven't been able to watch too much of it just because I didn't have time at the time. But no, it seemed good. It had Christopher Eccleston, doctor.
Yeah,
and then he
he
gets eaten at the end. Spoiler alert! By the probably by the polar bear. Or the dog.
No, look. There's a lot of there's a lot of good actors in there, a lot of good characters, and a lot of great filming and stuff as well. Being in Iceland, there's some really great scenery and some really great cinematography as well. Yeah, well worth a watch if you're interested in something that's probably a little bit darker than some of the others out there.
Now that show teaches you how to be a bad parent, if ever there was one. There's two characters, and they keep letting their kid go off into the snow because the dad's always going off and having affairs.
Yeah,
and the mum's always
good.
just being emotional wreck, and then the kid's like, you know what? I'll just deal with my own problems. I'll go out into the snow without any shoes on and burn my feet off.
There's some you know, a lot of the themes are just related to the pretty harsh environment and
that episode where spoiler alert again, where his kid's asleep in bed and he goes off to have an affair with like this kinky Norwegian chick.
Yeah,
while he's away, the kid sleepwalks outside without his shoes on. That is just, I don't know why, but I just laughed. I had this like evil thought. I was just like, this is what you get, you bastard.
You absolute
your loved
idiot.
ones must suffer for
look
your
what you've done
incompetence and attraction to the weird kinky Norwegian woman.
It's pretty dark, the show in total. Kind of, it's a lot of gruesome, bizarre things going on. So if you're into that, it's a good one for it for sure. Yeah.
So what else is going on? We've got 10 minutes, guys. Let's see. What can we talk about?
Well, actually, around campus there's been a lot of free barbecues lately.
On Clayton campus.
Clayton campus.
I'm always at Caulfield.
A lot of free barbecues.
Or in my room.
I just haven't heard about any of them until I see them. And I find that a bit like, this is hard.
They don't want to advertise it too much because then
What
everyone would eat the sausages.
There was 4 on in one day and I still didn't realise.
Holy.
So, I'd love it
Nice.
if someone out there could create a Monash barbecue app or something like that.
Yes.
Yep.
That is top on the priorities list. Yeah, nothing else. Stop the builders from building all that random shit outside campus centre and working on the library over at Caulfield. If anyone here's listening,
Yeah, Harry's very passionate about the Caulfield Library renovation.
I don't use that anymore. I don't even go in there. I go to the little like study spaces they've got around in the newer buildings that no one's working on because they're all finished.
Yeah.
And they're all really quiet and nice, comfortable new couches and nice smell of a new building.
Yes. Well, yeah,
It smells like an airport. You know the airport smell?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That smell you get when you get to the airport?
That's kind of not that nice, though.
It is nice. I like it.
I guess you kind of associate it with going away
With
and doing some...
usually airports are pretty clean except for like areas we don't see, but...
Yeah, I mean, going away and doing some more, exciting things, heading off overseas.
I love the smell of an airport. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair
I'm not gonna
enough.
hide it anymore.
But no, the building has been causing a bit of trouble. Someone was filling me in this afternoon, and apparently when they were doing something over near one of the football ovals, they may have accidentally clipped the emergency water main.
Nice.
So there was a bit of a pond going on, and
Solid.
now they've got extra security
Well done.
in. I think it might be Jacamos because their sprinkler system currently doesn't have water supply. So that's don't get too cheeky over there, guys.
Nice, comfortable. I bet your ensuites aren't suiting you now where there's a massive pond over there. Cheeky. That's one of the new
waterfront
halls,
property.
isn't it?
Yeah, 2012.
Newish.
We'll call that new.
Newer.
I'm so far behind that might as well be, yesterday.
They do look nice. I haven't been in the rooms, but
Very nice indeed. But no, they had this week's been lived below the line as well. If you embrace that, Harry.
what's that mean?
It's living on $2 a day and raising some money
I live on $0 a
at the
day,
same time for a charity.
but I'm not raising any money. If I did, I would be spending that money.
No, you live on jalapenos, don't you?
I live on jalapeno wraps.
Jalapeno wraps.
Yum, yum, yum. And microwave pies, which I've got one pie left, and I may eat that when I get back. Then it's jalapeno time. Oh, woohoo.
Oh gosh, living the uni life.
Living on less than $2 a day, that's not easy if you've got to do stuff. All I have to do is catch a bus to Caulfield, and that's free anyway.
It's easy if you're an art student.
And
you don't have to do
I
anything.
feed on the misery of others, really.
Oh gosh, terrible person.
I feast off the flesh of misery.
So did you take up my challenge from last week, Harry, and
What was
start some conversations on the bus to Caulfield?
Oh, shit. No, I haven't. I haven't done anything like that. I've been wearing my headphones. And everyone on the bus that you're, like, when you're on the bus, doesn't look like they want to talk to you. In fact, if you start talking to them, they'll probably just call the police or something.
Who talks to people on the bus anyway?
No, crazies do, and that's why no one wants to, because they don't want to get accused of being a crazy. I'm sorry, but it's true. When you're on a tram and someone just starts going like, what the fuck? What the shit? I can't. It's like no one's going to start talking to no one after that.
Yeah, but
it's going to be like, so that happened.
Oh, come on.
Everyone just puts their head down and just forgets about it.
I mean, surely you could have some, quiet words to each other and just be like, oh gosh,
Like,
what's going on here?
What's going on here, fellas and people? Like, even that, like a lot of the people I know who are women always talk about like guys on the train like seedily like lurking on them and stuff like that. It's like, why is public transport turned into this like den of debauchery and cheeky like non-welcome cheekiness?
Yeah, it's a shame that it gets used for things like that, really, isn't it?
Like I do feel sorry. Like I'm not gonna start a conversation at the risk of doing like getting in trouble. For people mistaking me for something I'm not. Like,
for being misinterpreted.
It's like, hello, how's it going? They're like, get out the pepper or the capsicum spray and try and like blind your ass. Literally.
Crazy stuff.
So yeah, I haven't actually talked to anyone on the bus, and I probably won't unless I'm on the bus. Unless I'm on the bus with someone I know, I'll talk to them then.
Yeah.
Dignify them with my voice.
And you've got to be lucky to be graced with a conversation with Harry. It's
I'm coming down with the sickness, I think.
Yeah, no, well, watch out, guys. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of mid-semester sickness coming with all this rain.
With all this rain. I'm in that stage in my room at the moment. I'm not sure if it's the same with anyone else, but it's where my room is really hot, but
yes.
I don't feel hot. So if I put like a jumper on, I start sweating really bad, but then I'll take my jumper off and I'll be freezing so much. And I'll be like, well, shit, what do I do now?
Have you got a light jumper that's not like too hot?
I mean, I could just put a light jumper on. You know, I'll see if my body's not that pedantic that a light jumper will just be like, oh, God, it's boiling.
Open your window and leave your jumper on.
You know, I opened my window and then like that worked for a while, but then it didn't. It just came really freaking freezing. And now I've got this terrible, like, cold thing that's coming on, and it pisses me off. It just, like, that is my weekly gripe, Flynn. I have got one, and it's that I'm getting sick, and I don't want to be. And
What are you going to do about that, Harry?
There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just, like, taking bloody Panadol up the wazoo, and I don't even know if it's, like, that's going to help me, but, you know, it's a placebo effect. It'll just be like, paracetamol, that fixes cold.
It'll get you through the assignments, won't it?
It'll barely get me through the assignment. I needed some Red Bull. But I don't have any money, so...
Well, that's uni life, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All over
Gotta
again.
love it. So, yeah, what time is it? 7:56. Let's play another quick tune here.
Yeah, what have you got? What have you
round out? If I can find where my mouse has disappeared to. Here we
good
go.
One. Computer
iTunes.
genius.
Let's chuck on a cheeky quick tune. Here we go.
Hit us with your best one.
Here we go. Let's put some... bit of cheeky Coolio. Oh, no. Yep. Cheeky Coolio on.
Make your mind up. Come on.
Alrighty, guys. We only played a bit of that song because we're running out of time. So we'd just like to say thanks again for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, that's
safe
it.
In?
We'll be here every week until the end of semester.
We'll be here every week until the end of time, won't we, Finn? I mean, we can go into next semester. I'm sure we can sort something out there. Keep the airwaves flowing.
Yeah, you know, if the cheekiness doesn't get us kicked off.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, then that cheekiness gets kicked off. Nah, perish the thought. Okay, well, have a good, lovely weekend, guys. Next week we'll be talking maybe about Game of Thrones a bit more now that the first episode will have launched. And
yes.
Well, Captain America, that's next Friday, I think, it premieres. So
there'll be a bit of hype about that. Maybe I'll go and do some research.
Maybe go watch Winter Soldier, because that's a great movie.
Yeah,
in fact, all of you should be watching Winter Soldier, Man Seeking Woman or Fortitude. Get on to that.
Get on to it.
Enjoy, team.
Have a good one.